the A58 by Xvive. Awesome bit of kit. Yeah, what can we say about it? Well, tech specs, I'll show you those later on because I'm not going to bore you with that right at the beginning of the video. It's basically a wireless system that you can use with acoustic, bass, active and passive electric pickups. So that in itself is really good. Tech specs coming up later on. But what I'm going to do with these is, there they are. I am going to do a quick demo, one playing along with a jamming track, just using these, just so you get a general feel of how they kind of respond, playing along with something in time, because there's no loss, or literally a 0.5 millisecond delay or something, I think it says. 5 millisecond delay, there you go, which you don't notice at all. Well, I don't notice at all anyway. And I'm going to do a kind of comparison between a wired setup, so it'd be these and a wired setup playing the same thing through the same rig using the same pickup and the same guitar, and tell me if you can hear the difference or tell which one is which, because quite frankly I cannot tell the difference when listening to it back. So there you are. I've been using these for about 3 weeks. I absolutely love them. They sound great. They actually hold charge, which is amazing. And there's been no loss of signal dropouts or anything like that. So from that perspective, they are absolutely awesome. They cost around about 120 to 150, dependent on what deals you're actually sort of looking at that particular time. So I do recommend them, absolutely, and if these guys didn't give them to me, I would have bought some anyway. So it's simple as, there we go, that's what they are. Just going to give you a closer look. Can you see it? So now you've heard all that you need to hear, I suppose, just a little demo and a comparison with a wired setup. I'm just going to run through the tech specs. So we have obviously a transmitter and receiver which works with bass guitar, acoustic guitar, active pickups and passive pickups on the electric. And so far I haven't had any issues with the system at all, no dropouts, nothing, so that is absolutely awesome. It can scan for its own signal, so you can set it up to do that, but to be honest I've just used it on channel 1, no problems at all. So it's got a 5.8 GHz True Diversity wireless system. So that, I guess, is your radio frequency. I'm not too much into the geeky side of it, but if someone out there wants to tell me if that's a good thing or not, that'd be great. So you've got high resolution 24-bit 48 kilohertz audio. Again, I think that's good. 24-bit, as far as I understand, is quite up there, quite high. Don't bother me. As long as it sounds good, I'll plug it straight in. So that's what normally I do. Plug in, go. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then it bores me and I don't use it. Simple as. So up to 5 hours battery life. This is exceptionally good in the sense of you could have a whole run of gigs if you're not playing more than an hour or half an hour. So any kind of support slots that you've got going on where it's half an hour, just do a few gigs and not even worry about charging them. That is awesome. Or a couple of rehearsals. There you go. So most of us are not going to be playing massive shows anyway, but if you had in a function band or a wedding band of some sort and you're doing 2.5 hour shows, then you would charge it before every gig just to be safe, but you could potentially do 2 gigs on this easily. All right, obviously dependent on your signal strength and things like that, and I guess that deteriorates the worse the signal, so it's constantly searching for a good signal. 5 millisecond latency. Now in the demo you would have heard that there was pretty much 0 latency. I know that's not really a thing, but there's not a delay that you can feel or hear, to be honest, so that itself is an exceptionally usable bit of kit. I think they're awesome, to be honest. I know these were given to me, but at the end of the day I would have bought some anyway, so I've been looking at them for a while and they happened to contact me, so thanks very much. Nice one. Okay, next on the list, 6 wireless channels. Awesome again. So you have potentially 6 channels to choose from manually, or you can set it to switch or search for the strongest signal that you can find at that particular moment. So if you're in a built-up situation with loads of signals flying around, or you could have 6 people in a band using these and then not interfere with each other. So that itself is actually pretty awesome, and I don't think a lot of the cheaper ones have that option, so it's just one. Maybe they have 2.5 and 5 gig, I don't know. Anyway, you don't get that option with the cheaper ones in the sense of the variety that you have with this, so that is really cool. So the dynamic range, 110 decibels. I don't know what the dynamic range of our guitar system usually is, so that's probably a good thing considering it's advertised on the back. So awesome. Signal to noise ratio, 110 decibels. Again, I don't really know if that's a good thing or not, but you shall tell me, I'm sure, or there'll be other reviews out here with a lot more in the kind of sound frequency knowledge than I have. I love plugging in, I love playing, but I don't really spend too much time looking into the dynamic range of stuff. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, don't use it. Simple. Frequency response, 20 Hertz to 20 Hertz. What's that mean? Oh, sorry, 20 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. There you go. You got to bear with me on this one. You may know more than me, probably do. So the wireless range, another important one. How far are you going to be able to travel with this? Well, you're certainly not going to be able to go down the shops and leave your amp at home, but you can go around about 100 feet if it's uninterrupted signal. So no brick walls, no obstacles in the way. So that again is actually more than you need for most gigging situations. Even if you're doing a large theatre gig, you should still be able to maintain your signal on a large stage, so that is great as well. So as I've already said, it's compatible with active and passive pickups. It scans for the wireless system or best status that you can get, and yeah, that's probably about it. It's all you need to know really, but it's really cool. The other good thing, it comes with a great little wireless case. A great little case for the wireless system. It's always wireless. You're not going to work. Whoops, that was a power lead, by the way. I'll bring that up. So USB-C comes with that, which sits in the case as well, again, which is a nice little touch because you're not going to lose it. And they just sit snugly in their case, like so, and then you can shut it up and then zip it up, and then that's it. Simple, right? Now, the other bad thing, the only bad thing that I've discovered, or something which just annoys me a little bit, is when you're using a strap. So, simple with a Les Paul, because it's going to plug into the body and then you can kind of have it at an angle like that. But when you're using a strap, I guess normally you would have the jack lead extended and you would try and plug it in. But because of where the body of the wireless system meets the body of the guitar, you can't push the jack lead in all the way. So what you need to do is have it twisted round and obviously bent over like that, and then that can go clunking into place. It's quite a chunky bit to have in the way. I mean, it's just a minor thing, but that to me is not aesthetically pleasing, for one thing, and it's just this huge, great big digital lump which sits out the body of the guitar. So when it's on the side with a Les Paul, it's not that much of an issue because, well, it just sits nicely. But on the Strat, I just find that to be a little bit annoying. So maybe that's something which you can get an extender for it, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those niggly things which I dislike. There you go, it's the only thing that I dislike about it. So all in all, I would recommend. I can't see an issue with it. No signal dropouts so far. I've been using it about 3 weeks. I think I've already said that. And I'm going to continue to use it as well. This is something which I would have bought even if the company hadn't have sent it to me. So with that in mind, I do recommend, and for between 120 and 150, you're not going to go wrong. You're not going to get a better wireless system for that money. There you go. Simple as. So I shall leave you with that and leave you with Lick Fridays coming up soon. See you later, everyone. Bye.